morning. How are you guys? And welcome to Wakati Avenue once again. And I'm your host, Alfred, and I hope you guys been well as per usual. Today is a straightaway topic that's very, very relevant to every single person, and that's the topic going by self-development, the importance of self-development. Now, why is self-development very important? For each and every person, it comes a time that you really have to invest in yourself, which means that in order to grow, in order to get out of your comfort zone, in order to bring changes in you, you need to really develop yourself further, right? So basically, self-development in a nutshell is just an investment in yourself. Like any other investment, right? Self-development really is sacrificing some things so that you gain things that you want at a certain time period, right? When you sacrifice going out, sacrifice regular going out, nothing wrong with going out once in a while, but frequent going out, sacrificing buying things that you know you really don't need, that burn your pockets, right? When you sacrifice those things and then put them into things that help you develop as a person, right? Like self-education, right? Like buying things that will develop your skills, right? Now that's an investment. You're sacrificing things. A part of self-development, like as I mentioned, is that self-education. Self-education is really different from formal education, whereby it's maybe a class-based education or things like that. But self-education is you're really honing out your skills, your talents, so that they can help you in your journey or in whatever endeavor you decide to venture into, right? Self-education can be just learning how to play music, learning how to create a website, right? If that's your interest and you are willing to take the time to bring out the time, right? You're willing to get your resources into it, get a mentor, get a teacher, someone who can teach you how to develop your skills that you like to have, then that's self-development and self-education. Because at the end of the day, education does not stop at primary, it does not stop at secondary, neither does it stop at tertiary universities and all that, right? People make that mistake of thinking that once they're through with their university education, then there's nothing further to learn or nothing else further to do. But that's just the beginning usually, because life really starts when you really doing what you really want to do. And the reason I gave an example of those from the university, because a lot of the time they've taken courses that really these courses do not resonate with what they like to do, right? You find that a lot of people love, they just like maybe doing things like media, but they ventured into medicine, right? A lot of people do not want to be doctors. I've met a lot of people who do not like being doctors, who do not like being lawyers, right? They went to university maybe because they wanted to impress people, they wanted to impress their parents and all that, but they have love and passion for other things. So that's when you need self-education, because at the end of the day, you still have to seek out what you truly love. Now, once you seek out that, it may take long. For some, they are lucky enough to really come about what they love, their passion early in life. but some it may take much more time to get to know what exactly you like in life, what you'd like to do in life, right? So the time you put in investing in yourself, it's the time that it will pay off, because that's when you're gonna know, you're going to find out your passion, you're going to find out where your skills lie. Like I say, it may take longer for some other people, but it might take shorter for others. So take the time and then really try different things, you know. As you try, and then things start opening up. Then once they start opening up, that's when you can concentrate your investments or your resources into the things that, okay, you think this can really pay off, and this, I can be doing this for the rest of my life. And that's one of the best, one of the tricks you can tell yourself, like, ask yourself, can I do these things for the rest of my life? If you like writing, or you're a writer, do you see yourself writing into your 80s, into your 90s? Do you see yourself really working on some things that you like, but you have minimum resources? You don't have the resources, you do not have the money to develop what you're doing, but are you willing to sacrifice, still put in the time with the very minimum resources that you have? Now that's true passion. If you're doing that, you do not have much, you do not have the resources, you're not even in the environment that would really nurture what you're doing, but you're putting in the time, then that's your passion right there. Because in hard times, that's when you can put in hard times you're putting the minimum. It means that once things start catching up, you can even put the maximum effort into your your skills rather, and your talents. So all in all, self-development is the investment you put in. The more effort you put in, the more dividend you're going to get, you know, because it eventually pays off. Nothing really goes unpaid, you know. Each and every time you work on your thing, even if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, it's gonna pay off, because it's gonna snowball, and then it's going to develop into something, right? Remember, it's self-development. It's what you like doing. It's your own passion. So once it gets growing, make sure you keep up the momentum. You don't stop. So just like any other investment, you have to reinvest, right? And that's how you keep the momentum going. The resources go back to that investment. Let's say you're investing in land and property, right? You've now developed a certain, maybe in a certain plot, you have your apartment. You don't just leave that apartment after maybe developing it. You don't just leave it for 5 years, 3 years without really renovating it, right? So that it can get new clients and its value goes up. Obviously, by then you have done the research, right? You must have done the research that this property right here will be a high-end property in a few years or something like that. Then obviously, the more you put investment in it, maybe you renovate that place, you put new furniture in it, right? The more you put, really develop that property, right? Then you're able to even increase, if it's the rent or whatever, right? So that it brings you more money, it brings you more dividend or whatever at the end of the period you are willing to take that money, and it pays off because you have put in money in it, right? You've put in resources, the time to develop that property. The same thing will go with yourself. You put more money, you put more energy in yourself, you put more resources in yourself, then obviously something's got to give. but you need to know the exactly right thing to do, the right passion that you love to do, the exact things that you know will pay out, because you will not burn out if you do it. And that's another thing, is that as you try and get your passion out, right, so that you can learn about the things you love, right, make sure you don't burn out. If you're burning out and you're not loving that thing, just leave it. Maybe you come back to it some other time. Try something else, because at the end of the day, there's so much things that you can develop, right? Don't just stick to one thing, unless that thing is really, really your passion and you know that's going to pay out. But if you are burning out and you feel like, no, this is not for me, quit it. Try something else. Then once you think, okay, maybe I can go back to it. At times, maybe at that time it was not right for you. You can come back to it some other time. Then if it still feels it's okay for you, then you can continue with it. But if it feels that, nah, I'm trying this for the second time and it's really not paying off, it's not really my passion, now you can forget about it. As human beings, you can always develop different traits, different talents. You can always create different things about your life, as long as you are putting the effort in it, as long as you're putting that investment in it. You're educating yourself. So much resources right now out there, the Googles, you've got your Coursera, you've got Skillshare, Aga Khan, all these online courses, online universities. You've still got YouTube, which has got a massive a wealth of knowledge in there. Just YouTube alone, which is free, can teach you so much with the knowledge that's out there. So there's really no excuse for self-development. Self-development is one of the most important things that you can use to propel your journey. It's one of the most important things the most valuable thing that can help you become a much more valuable man, a man with value, a man with substance, right? So use those tools. Don't just go out there and use it for social media purposes, just to entertain yourself. Don't use it just for scrolling on your Facebook feeds, on your Facebook, or is it called Meta these days? Whatever it is, I haven't been on Facebook for years. Now it's called Meta or whatever it is. Don't go just to Instagram and then scroll, seeing those Instagram models. That's all you do all day. Don't do that. I mean, there's time to chill, I know. There's always time to chill, but make sure, like I said, you don't put too much time on the chill time, right? Like I say, balance your time. The chill time should be at least maybe 10-20%. You still need that rest. You still need to lay back and chill, listen to some music. You can scroll your feeds for funny videos, whatever, but you don't do it all day. Do it. Make sure you've done your tasks, the main tasks for the day. You've ticked those out. You've done most of the things that you're supposed to do. Then you can chill and do other things, like watch movies, watch videos, unless these are the things that are part of your development, right? Some people, they have to watch these models on TikToks, because because they create videos about them, right? They create about how insane these TikTok women are. I usually watch those videos because really you can see so much on these TikTok things. I don't have TikTok myself, but I watch people who create videos about TikTok models or whatever they're called, or these insane things that are going on TikTok, on social medias at large. So I watch those just to inform myself, keep myself informed, but I keep it to a bare minimum, because you still have to do much more important things. Take it like this example, right? You have your food, you have You have your carbohydrates, right, in the form maybe of your brown rice. You have your protein maybe in the form of your meat, red meat maybe, right? Then you have your greens, right? Now that's your main meal. Your main meal should be the larger portion. Then you can have your your dessert, right? Whatever it is, your ice cream or latte, whatever, right? Your sundae, whatever. That should be that can't be larger than the meal, right? There's no way that your dessert should be larger than the meal, because obviously the dessert hardly has any nutrients in it, right? So you just have a glass of a milkshake, or you just have a bowl of just a small bowl of ice cream, whatever flavor you like, but just be a small one. So that's how it should be, right? You have your main meal, that's 90% or maybe 80%, then you have of your food rather, and then you have your dessert should be 10-20% of your meal. Cool. At least there's a good balance there. Why? Because you need more of the nutrients than these empty calories that you get from your ice cream. That's basically what I'm just talking about. Anyway, it's been your boy Alfred. Thank you guys for listening. And tell me what you think about this whole self-development thing. Are you working on yourself? Are you doing something about it? Till next time, guys, it's been me for Wakati Avenue, and more knowledge to you guys. Peace.